Hi everyone and welcome to Darlene's Creative Studio. I just went to one of my local Value Village thrift stores and came back with 3 little packages of goodies, and I'm actually just going to open them up and show you some of the things that I bought. This was for $2.99 and I believe it is just cardstock pieces, but I'm going to open it up to see, make sure. Yeah, so it's just older pieces of cardstock somebody had already cut up. It's quite thick actually, so I thought these would make some really nice journaling cards. There's quite a few of them. And there's 2 stacks. I'll take the elastics off because they're starting to die. So quite a few. I'll have to count and see how many there was, and I'll figure out the cost per piece. You can tell they're older. They've got a little bit of some age look on the sides, but that was for $2.99. And then this one was for $2.99, and it was just some file folders, but it had some older looking stickers in here as well. So I grabbed that as well. So these are self-adhesive sticker doodles. Paper tacks, 90 paper tacks. They look like they're an older brand. And then these ones had, I thought they were quite cute. They had little Eskimos on them. Not quite sure what they were used for, but it says date and item or article. And I thought they were really cute. I might be able to use those and send those to some of my swap people and use them in some of my journals, but they came as well. Oh, they're freezer stickers, 28 freezer stickers. And then the file folders. And I like to use these for journaling cards as well. It's a nice thick cardstock and it distresses really well. So I will use these for some journaling cards. And then this package was $3.99. And it looks like it has a template in it for making lines, which are really great for journaling cards. What is this called? Storylines, yes. Creative Memories, 2002. So you can make curvy lines and then write on a curve. You can make circles and write on there. And then it has some really great straight lines and then some corner lines. And it's got a ruler and it's quite nice actually. So that's great, and it has a nice curve on it. I guess it was a scrapbooking ruler, but I will use it for my journals. And then there was some scrapbooking paper and stuff in here as well. So I just thought I might be able to use some of that, or again use it for swaps. The Great Outdoors, that's a really cute little piece. Oh, and it's a scrapbooking, The Great Outdoors. Oh, look at that little fish. Be great for making a man's journal. And a little travel journal maybe. Very cute. Excellent. So for $3.99, this probably cost $12.99 in the store. Doesn't say. And then it also had a few just pieces of text. Oh, this is like the texture stuff that I used on some of the other books. So there's that. And then there's this one that has, it's like corrugated cardboard as well. There's that one. And then it has Gone Fishing, some little quotes. And then the Great Outdoors package. It was $7 at Walmart. Somebody got it on sale. And it has all the journaling cards and some more paper to go with. So it has some journaling cards and some more paper. So that's great. And then there is this little piece of cardstock. So not a bad buy for $3.99. Some great paper that I can use for some of my journals. So there's that one. And then this one was also $4.99, and it has a full, looks like a full paper stack in there. And some cards. And I always like to use envelopes for some of my smaller journals. So there's this cute little card with a lady on kindergarten. Looks like a kindergarten teacher. And it comes with the card. So that's a great little And again, I can use these. I like these envelopes with the little flaps, so these are great for making my smaller journals. And then it came with this large paper pad as well. And it's double-sided, which is great. Oh, it's a travel one. Awesome. Oh, this is really great. So for $4.99, this would probably cost $12.99 or more in a store. So there you go. Not a bad little purchase. Some great pieces that I can use for some of my journals. I just thought I'd pop in and see what kind of goodies I could find for my journaling. And then I went into that thrift store next door and I grabbed 2 books. This one, Gateways to Bookland. It was $2 and it's nice and old and it's got all kinds of little stories and poems and songs, but I really love the cover. And then this one was the complete book of garden magic, and the pages are quite old, and I thought these would make really nice envelopes or nice in journals as well because the pages are quite aged. And then it does have some odd pictures that you can use for maybe some covers and whatnot, and this one was $3. So just grabbed a few quick things from my local thrift store. I like to keep the tags and I put them with the receipt, and then I figure out what my cost was when I'm using them in my journals. But just a little quick preview of some of the little hauls that I found at my local thrift store. And maybe in the future I'll show you some of the things that I've made with some of these items. I'll show you the before and afters. So here's one of the projects that I did using some of the thrift store finds. These were the scrap pieces of cardstock. They are 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I had a stack, I counted them, I think there was about 325 pieces. And I was trying to figure out what to do with them, whether to tea stain them. It is cardstock, so it is quite thick. And then when I was going through my hard drive, I was going through some of the journaling cards, some of the freebies that I've downloaded or purchased online. And I thought, well, why not try and print 1 or 2 of them? So I put this in my printer where the envelope, where you put an envelope in and you push your slider over and you put an envelope in. And then when I was printing it, I selected a 3 by 5 inch index card. So it was printing a small picture. Now this one grabbed 2 pieces at once, but it was printing a small picture on the 3 by 5. Even though this is 6 inches, it would leave me these little pieces on the end that I could cut off. So I went through all my stash and I went through all my photos and I printed a whole bunch of photos, and these are all trimmed out. So I did a whole bunch of photos on some of them. I did some sewing advertisements, some button cards, needle advertisements, sewing advertisements, whatnot. So these were all kind of sewing and what cards. I've done some little mini postcards, some receipts, library cards, that type of thing. And then there were some advertisements. Here's Cocoa. These were lovely. McCall's magazine covers. And then just some general, I think these were supposed to be button, or people sent them as button cards, but I'm going to use them as something else. And then these, I thought these would be nice as well. And then just some general advertising. So I just went through and I sat there. I have a printer that we just bought a new one, and I'm trying to use up the ink on my old one. And I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to just print away. And I think I printed on almost all of them. So I probably did about 300 copies. And then with the scrap pieces, they're in this little box here. These are all the little pieces that I cut off the end. So I'm going to take my tag punch and probably cut myself some tags out of these. And then I can either put some stamps on there or tea stain them or whatever, but I'm going to punch out these into some tags as well. So that was the using up that scrap cardstock. It was already cut. I did all 300 and whatever pages there was. I think these were the only two, or maybe there was a couple others that grabbed quickly, but that was what I did with those. And then with some of the scrap card scrapbooking paper, I've always wanted to make one of these exploding boxes. And I thought, what a good opportunity to try it with some of the paper that I got. So this is the little box. And you make a lid. Now this is a little bit thinner. You would probably want to use the cardstock. This is almost paper. It's kind of in between. And then you make the band that goes around the outside. And this slides off of the box. And I'm sure you've all seen these exploding boxes. And then they just open up like this. And what you're supposed to do is put some printed pictures in here or some little sayings. And you have 4 layers to put some pictures, and then you could put something in the middle as well. So I had an opportunity to play with that and use up some of that scrapbooking paper. When I was going through my hard drive, I found a whole file on crafts that I always wanted to try. So I grabbed one of them and thought, why not use some of the scrapbooking paper that I got? So you just pull it up again and put your little band around it. Very, very simple to make this one. I have 2 different instructions. I'm going to try the other one later this afternoon. But that was just using up some of the scrapbooking paper that I got at the thrift store as well. So there's 2 projects that I managed to get done in a day or so. Just kind of playing around on a rainy afternoon. It's raining here. It's Good Friday and it's just pouring outside. So no Easter egg hunts for us today, but I did get to trim these all up, and I'm just going to decide, these are all going to be journaling cards, so I'm going to decide what I'm going to put on the back, whether I want to distress the edges or put some lines on the back. I'm going to play with that today as well. But yeah, so there's 2 little projects that I made with some of the stuff that I got from my thrift store haul. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.